Tuesday, more of Tuesday, every Tuesday, and almost 6 o'clock in the afternoon. We have exactly 6 o'clock in time. No, 3 minutes more, and we will start. But we are here like every Tuesday. Please be with us. Try to be on time, or you can see us in all our media. For sure, we are going to have a very, very good interview with Gilberto López about Metaverse, because Metaverse is now here. It's not the future. It's no more thinking about it's going to be. No, now is here with us. And let me say hi. Let me say hello to Gilberto López. How are you, Gil? How are you?
Hello, Charlie. I'm fine, thank you. Where are you?
Well, this is a new look, a new life, a new lights, a new everything, because now everything changed for sure. I hope so everyone would like it, because we are going to make new effects. And I am here in Guadalajara,
You're
Jalisco,
in
but
Bermúdez.
I am in Bermudas. Yes, let me tell you, I am a little sad.
Why are
Um,
you sad?
my grandfather was from England, and we have half of the family, British family, and I had the opportunity to be for 1 year and a half in London, in England, in Bute, in Cornwall, around all that beautiful island that is British, the British people, and right now they are very sad. I think the world is sad about the Queen Elizabeth, that she died a few days ago, and my family, you know, they are very, very sad from that part of the world. But was a beautiful woman, was a great human being. 70 years is too much to be in the power of the monarchy, and but that
It's a whole
happens.
life, right? It's a
Yes, a
whole
whole
life.
life. 70 years. Imagine that. Yeah, it's a lot. I am also almost 60, and I feel that it's a lot of like that. 70 years in the
Ruling.
no, no, no,
So-
it's really much. Uh, for sure, Carlos is going to be fine. He's older, and at least I will say that he had the opportunity to be in that chair, in that I don't know how to say it, because I think it's honor to be in a space for few years. I don't know how many years he will be there, but his son is coming, and everything is going to change in England, and the British people is in sad. Not only the British people,
the
Australia,
world.
India, all the world. They represent a lot of countries, and I'm very sad. I didn't decide to be black because it's going to be too exaggerated.
That's
I
it.
don't want
Yeah.
to. Yeah, I don't want to be that. But for that, I'm fine. I'm here in Guadalajara. It's less raining, and of course, it's going to be a nice program today. How are you? How are you been, and where you been?
Well, I never change. I'm in the same place as always. But you know something, right now you were talking about the Queen Elizabeth, and I was thinking
Yes.
that you can be king.
I?
You can be king,
Where?
yeah, in the metaverse.
Oh,
So
you're right.
we can be
Oh my
proclaimed
God.
the first king of the metaverse, or things like that, or the first better of the metaverse.
Sounds sounds very good. Yeah, sounds very. I like that. I like. Let me tell you that I'm going to put some. Yeah, look, it's a good example that you're saying right now, that I can be a queen, a king. I'm sorry, a king with my queen. No, no, with my
Yeah,
queen. I was thinking about my queen, and of course everything is coming good. Very, very good idea, my friend. Right now, I can see that I am in blue sky with a blue. What is that? I am in Las Bermudas. Yes,
yeah,
Las
you're in
Bermudas. That's
Bermuda,
the
right?
reason I. Yeah, right now I'm in the
You
Bermudas.
got your
I
Guayabera
can
also, so
see.
Is that a
Yeah, that's
guayabera?
true.
Yeah.
This is a Maya. Yeah,
Mayan,
it's
right.
for Maya, for Mérida, Bomba, for Mérida.
Right.
Yeah, you got it. It's a Guayabera. I like it. Well, let's
Okay.
start. This is a nice talk. We are laughing because this is a sad laughing for all the people in England. Okay, let's start the program. Guys, thank you to be here. This is a different program, like you can see. You are going to have a fun. You are going to have a very good experience with Gilberto Lopez and myself. Every Tuesday at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, you can see us alive in YouTube. And in the repetition program, you can look us in TikTok and in all the media, in Facebook, in Instagram. You can see us in everywhere. But right now, we are live here in YouTube in our channel. It's called Avatar Bank Macroeconomics Capital. And we are going to talk about macro and also metaverse. That is the reason we are here, to teach you, to show you, and please don't forget to write us to say hi, where you from, and of course we will respond as soon as possible to tell you that we are here. Okay. Well, we have a first question for you, my friend Gilberto Lopez. Are you
Okay.
ready?
I'm more than
Okay.
ready. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. How metaverse looks like? Wow, what a nice question. This is Beatriz from Nicaragua, and how metaverse looks like. Beatriz, thank you for your question.
Well, it depends on the metaverse because there are many metaverses. So depends on the metaverse. Some of them are more reality like. Some of them are more like Roblox, uh, Square, old fashioned, and some others are like virtual reality, augmented reality. So you go to a place and they have something additional, which is digital, over the real world. So there are many different metaverses, and all of them have different views and different things. But this is one of the things that why there are so many metaverses, because and there's no one like another. So you probably like the like the cartoons or something like that. There's going to be a metaverse for cartoons, and if you like something more like Roblox, probably Roblox somehow someday is going to turn to a metaverse. And so that's why the metaverse have a lot of shapes, a lot of faces, and you can choose whatever you like.
That's good. That's the reason this is technology. This is internet, and every metaverse look like you want to be look, it's and will be like you like it. That's
Yeah.
you can dress it like you will look at as well that you want it. That's the reason. I think this is beautiful because the technology is amazing with all these things. Thank you, Hill. We have another question about something is very famous. I know this guy, Snoop Dogg. What metaverse is Snoop Dogg in? Can you tell us about this Snoop Dogg?
Where is metaverse is Snoop Dogg? In which metaverse is Snoop Dogg is getting stoned, getting
Yeah,
high?
let me try to. I try to understand what the people is writing, but you're right. Let me repeat the question.
Okay.
Where maybe it's not what, where Stop Dog is, where he is looking or where he is working on which metaverse is Snoop Dogg in, you know
Sorry. I was joking because Snoop Dogg was all day he smokes. You know, that's
Yeah.
world known. So Snoop Dogg is in the metaverse. There is the sandbox. I have talked about the sandbox for all the programs, I guess. And
Yes.
there is Snoop Dogg. And right now is the season Alpha season 3. There's like something like a promotional, so you can go. There are winners, there are losers, there are. It's it's something. It's like a festival in the metaverse, where you can meet
Yes.
people, you can go dancing, you can meet all the metaverse in the. I have to clear that is only the sandbox metaverse. I'm talking only about that. But Snoop Dogg
Ah, okay.
has a big land there, so you have to do many things there if you're looking for Snoop Dogg. And at
Okay.
the end, I think there's a concert. So if you do all the activities and you win a pass, you can go to the concert of the Snoop Dogg in the metaverse.
In the metaverse.
Yeah,
Okay. And can you tell a little about Snoop Dogg? Who is it? Who is him?
he's a rapper.
He's a
He's a
rapper.
rapper,
Okay.
very famous because don't you know Snoop Dogg? Tell me.
Yes, but the people is asking, and you're
Well,
the interview. Yes, I know him. I was working with him the another day. I was doing some people were walking around and dancing all day. I want to rap with him, but he don't like me. Wow, I don't know why. You know.
no, you already know him. He's a rapper,
Yeah.
and like Charlie,
Yeah.
less famous than Charlie, but he has
Yeah.
he has a
Yeah.
space
Lots
in
of.
the metaverse and is in the sandbox. And
Yes.
if you want to meet the metaverse, this is the right season because this is the third season in the sandbox, the third alpha season.
Okay.
That's how it's called, but it's kind of
The alpha season,
yeah,
and it's
it's kind
coming
of a
up
festival.
every day. Yes, that's true because it's the festival. Thank you, Hill. Thank you to make this program fine and very nice and light. I have another question for you. This is where metaverse land. That's a good question too. You know.
Um, I think the question is a little bit incomplete, but where in the metaverse sales land? Let's think like that, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's true. They forget to say sand. Sandland. Yeah.
or where to buy, or no, I don't know. Well, not in all
Sorry.
metaverses, but in some of the metaverse which are decentralized, you can buy lands. You know, and I was looking in the morning for metaverse, and I found one that it's over the land, and it seems like you can buy special lands, which are like um, six sites, the land, and I don't know if I like that because that's augmented reality, and people is buying that land, that augmented reality land, just with the idea of selling that place to someone else, So I saw the idea that people was going to Disneyland, buy that land, and somehow they expect to sell that to Disneyland because they say like in the past when internet came out, people was buying the domain names, and so they think that if they buy that space, somehow Disneyland someday is gonna ask for that, so they're willing to pay a lot of money. The only problem here is, and I think that's the error, miscalculation error, is that there are many metaverses. So you have to let's say buy that space, and you have to make sure that Disneyland want to invest in that metaverse because Disneyland is not going to buy in 20 or 50 or 10,000 metaverse. So they are going to invest in one or two, the most successful ones, and the rest they're not going to invest. So my guess is that over the land is not a real place to invest because right now it's in the place 900, so it doesn't make sense right now, But in other
Yes.
metaverses that are more exciting, like the sandbox that we have a question, and the other one is probably Second Life is very interesting, but the problem with Second Life is centralized, and Facebook Meta is centralized. So be careful with that because you're not owner of nothing. only you are owner if it's decentralized. And the other one that I like a lot is Decentraland, which is the number one. Decentraland,
Yeah.
and the cost of Decentraland is very high. So be sure where you invest and how much you invest in the metaverse.
Yes, that's true. That's true. You need to be careful, but that's a good answer because a lot of people don't know, and this Sunland in Metaverse is growing up. I know is going to be so big and forever. Maybe it will change for another name or maybe for another things, but it's a lot of things is coming. I was watching the other day all the equipment, all the kind of glasses of the mask, everything is changing, and we didn't do anything. We use our light, our eyes to be in. I like that. I don't need to buy some sophisticated equipment to do this. I like it to be with our eyes, with our computers, very simple, with our cellulars, and that's good for everyone because a lot of people don't like to put things in his head, or maybe yes, or maybe not, but ourselves that want to make business, that want to make easier to use, uh, is very simple. You go in, put your password, you feel comfortable, and that's the reason Gilberto and I were trying to understand the metaverse, and now we are playing, we are working, and we are inviting, we are saying that you can be with us very soon, in the time you like it. Okay, Hill. I have another. I didn't know what I'd say, but I say something. Thank you. I hope so. Everyone understand my Bermuda's Triangle voice from today on a British language. Okay, my friend. This question came from Scotland Yard. It's
All
coming
right.
from Scotland, and north of England, north of London, north of, the Buckingham
Palace.
Queen Palace. Yes, I was going to say. Well, forget it. The question is coming from Smith, Will Smith. He told us who built Metaverse. Who built Metaverse? Wow, what a nice question.
Well, the problem is there's no one person. The thing is that there's no one person because these are teams. Like there's nobody responsible for making decentralized. If we want to blame something, if we want to blame someone, that would be the creators of the blockchain, and the blockchain means Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those guys are uh, the real ones that started with the metaverse and making it possible. But all the metaverses are conformed by people, by groups, by teams, and it's very difficult to give the idea to just one person. So my guess is that if you want to be part of the metaverse and you want to be part of whatever they're doing, the best thing you can do is to go to invest something in the metaverse and be part of those teams. You just have to make a small investment to be part of those teams, and you can start developing the metaverse. So there are people responsible for different activities depending on the ideas and the planning of the metaverse, but you can be part of that if you want to be part of that. And especially most of them are programmers. Most of them are
All the
programmers.
programmers, right,
Yeah.
right. And you was talking something very very important, Hill. Really, the owner is going to be myself. You are going to be the owner of your land, and you are responsible for what you're doing, and what you're building with all the programmers that you are asking for. The artificial internet, artificial language is like you can write everything you want and will be like you want it. If you write it, it's going to be for you like you want it, and you are really the owner, and the one you are going to be responsible is all the owners of the land, right?
Yeah,
So
actually,
that
you don't have to be a developer. If you're part of the owners, if you own your land, as you mentioned, you can be part of the owners. You are part of the owners, so you have a vote on where the metaverse is going. Probably your vote is one of 1,000, but certainly your voice is going to be heard because as you own the land, you're part owner, you're co-owner with a lot of other people who owns space in the metaverse.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, you're right. That's a good answer, and thank you, like always, my friend Gilberto Lopez, with us here in Metaverse. Of course, this is a channel for you. This is your channel, and don't forget to ask any question, like all the people is asking for know about this program. And I have another question. This is the last question, I believe, my friend. Look, this is a very good question. It's coming also. This is coming from Mexico, our country, and I think, for example, right now I have a Bermuda Triangle behind me because my name is Bermúdez. I am Carlos Bermúdez, and for sure, a
For
lot of people is
Bermuda.
thinking that I am there. Yeah, maybe the people is thinking that I am really in Bermuda. Uh, I was long time ago, like 40 years ago, in that beautiful island. But do you know that if uh, we it's very simple. With metaverse replace reality, can do that metaverse one day.
Uh, I
I can
think
go to
that's
swim right now if you want to.
I think that's completely um, negative. Virtual
Okay.
reality or metaverse cannot complete forever and for everything a regular life, like a normal life as we know to get today. Because we are humans, we have needs, we have so many interests, and one of the things is how would you change your clothes only in the metaverse and be ready to go dinner? That's impossible, right?
No,
so
really.
so just because of that, I think as we have necessities, physical necessities, you can't replace forever the physical world. You can do some things in the virtual world, like getting a job, like hiring people, like having meetings, like pass under the radar. The other day I was looking at the video where this guy Claric. Do you know him?
Claric.
Yeah,
Yes.
what's his name? I forgot his name. His name is Jürgen
Yes.
Claric. Yeah, and he was saying like he was like Charlie. He was in a in in an island, and he was saying like he was going to buy a plane, and he was making $3,000 million and whatever. These guys are just, if he is really rich, I wouldn't say that, you know. If he is really rich, he wouldn't say that. And so when people have money, or they are owners of business of whatever, sometimes they need or they want to be like unknown. And in the real world, that's almost impossible because if you have your kids, you take it to certain school and you go to certain places and you eat certain things that and you drive a car, and people can understand how's you're living, how big, how much money you have or whatever, just by the small things they're seeing. But in the metaverse, you can be unknown. You can have many accounts. You can have many wallets, and you can buy things. You can sell it, and you can be completely rich and be exactly the same as the person who has only $100 for a week. So
Yeah.
I guess some things are going to be better, and some things will never be replaced by the metaverse. You know.
Yes. That's true. It's very difficult that all this technology replace reality. It's like you say, we have our human necessities, and um, we need to hug our friends, our people that we love, and feel, uh, breathe, and eat, for example, or take a shower, real shower. I can go and jump to the sea that I have behind, and I'm not going to be wet for sure. Or, or you in the middle of the river, inside of the river, uh, walking on, in the bottom of the river, last metaverse example, and you are not going to be wet. And I think to be wet is a nice feeling sometimes if the people like the water. And if we are 75% water, we need water. Of course, it's going to be very, very difficult to be to replace reality, right? Very difficult. I I think so. No,
Almost
and thank
impossible.
you, God. Yeah, yeah, almost impossible. I know,
Almost
I know.
impossible. Yeah.
Uh, do you have any question that maybe came from another person, another people? Maybe you can ask you a question, or
Well,
I can say goodbye to the program. Anything you want, I'm here for you, my friend.
now that you ask, and at the beginning at the beginning we were talking about the you can be king, right? So
Yeah, you're right.
and right now we were talking about how to replace the virtual life with the physical world, you know. So I guess if you're king in the metaverse, that doesn't mean that you can go to the throne in the physical world. And you know, in the throne in Spanish is it means the toilet.
Yeah, the W. Yeah, yeah, I know that. The throne is the WC. Yeah, I know that. And if I will do it in real, the people in England, the soldiers and all the army is going to kill me. This Mexican guy trying to be in the crown with my friend Carlos. Yes, my friend Carlos III. He was a child when I was there in 1979, I believe. 1977 or 76. I was in England. I was in England, living there for 1 year and a half, long time ago. I'm sorry, guys. I forget my British accent. I really forgot because I decided to travel to United States, and I miss my British accent.
Accent.
Yeah, accent.
You
Sorry.
had a chance to meet Princess Diana
Yes.
when you were
Well,
there.
yes. Not really. No, 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 not really. Um, I didn't have the opportunity. But the second time I was traveling to Europe, uh, the first time I was in France, uh, I go in a taxi, and was in 1999. I remember that. And the taxi guy said to me, "Do you want to see the tunnel where Diana dies?" No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not coming for that. I want to see the Tour Eiffel and the museums, but no, 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 no. The people were thinking that I was going to see the tunnel where Diana dies. No, 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 no. He said to me, "It's a lot of people coming from all the world to see that tunnel." Oh, thank you. But no, I didn't have the opportunity in that time. It was 1977. She was very young. Also, maybe he was traveling around the world because was a very lucky lady to travel with Carlos and with all her duties to be in a future queen with Carlos. But no, I didn't have the opportunity. But I went to Rome to meet uh, one pope. I forgot the name because Juan Pablo was long time before Juan Pablo. I think it's Pio. I went to the uh, Vatican and everything, and they open the every year. No, I think every 2 years they open a beautiful door in the Vatican, and he opened it, and I was there like 200 meters. But that Pope Pio II, I think, I met him. And long time ago, Juan Pablo, John Paul, in Mexico, like always. He loved Mexico, and he came like 11 times to our country. Uh, did you met the Pope, John Paul? Did
No,
you
I have no idea.
in Mexico, in Guadalajara, in
No, I didn't.
Ecatepec? Was
No.
a nice experience. What a good
Well,
experience. I know that.
well, Charlie,
Oh,
thank you very
yeah.
much, and
No,
thank you
thank
all the
you.
avatars. Thanks all the avatars for being with us all Tuesdays, and I hope they send more questions because today we have
Yes.
like five. We select five only because we have
Yes.
more,
I'm sorry.
and but we have more time. So
Yes.
just subscribe to this channel, give us a like or hit that
Yes.
button, and we will certainly respond every question in message. And if it's like something like they really say like 20,000 times, we can go the next day and try to respond in this video. Thank you, Charlie. Charlie's the one.
Thank you, and thank you for my back. I love it. I love the British Bermúdez island, and thank you, my friend. Thank you to be here also, and see you next Tuesday at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, like every Tuesday, with my friend Gilberto López, and we were talking about all the metaverse, the Bitcoin, and of course everything that Gilberto knows about this technology. See you next week, exactly at 6 o'clock in the afternoon Mexican time, with Gilberto Lopez and myself, Carlos Bermudez. Don't forget to say hi. Don't forget to follow us in TikTok. And don't forget for always to compare and to share with us, with everything, with anyone, this program. Thank you guys, and see you next week.